Hi, my name is and I'm going to show you an experiment how we can take an acid and a metal and produce a gas. As you see over here, the periodic table is separated into two different parts. Out of all these elements, there are two ways you can classify them: metals and the non-metals. On the left, we have all the metals, and on the right, we have non-metals. Separating them is the staircase, going up here as shown. To the left, everything is the metals of the staircase, and the right, see, most of the periodic table is mostly metals, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. The properties of metals include physical and chemical, which is the properties of elements. The next couple of examples are physical properties of metals. Metals are good conductors of electricity and fire. Also, metals are ductile. For anybody who doesn't know what ductile means that metal can wind if you work with it. Metals are also malleable, which means they can be hammered into sheet metal if desired. As you can see here, we have copper sheet metal, and we have zinc sheet metal. Metals are also luster, which also means they're shiny. Parts of metals can change the identity, which means this happens when atoms are rearranged by using properties and bringing out new substances. Alright. Produce hydrogen gas in the presence of an acid. As we can see up here on our board, a metal plus an acid produces hydrogen gas plus salt. The chemical name for all these would be zinc plus hydrochloric acid produces hydrogen plus zinc. Talking about making the micro Hindenbergs. The Hindenburg was the largest ship ever built. It had a record of 54 successful flights. However, what people remember most about the Hindenburg is its tragic end at Lakehurst, New Jersey. On May 6, 1937, the hydrogen-filled Hindenburg burst into flames as the pilot was attempting to land it. 36 people were killed while horrified onlookers watched. The exact cause of the explosion has never been determined, but the Hindenburg disaster essentially ended wide-scale development and use of airships. Some questions is why was the Hindenburg filled with hydrogen? Another one was, would another gas have been better? In this lab, you will make sure that the hydrogen gas and investigate its properties so that you can answer these questions. Materials that is going to be used in this laboratory project is our chemical splash goggles, a laboratory apron, which is already on, latex gloves, which they do not have to be actual latex, they can be plastic, anything to prevent your fingers from getting splashed by hydrochloric acid that could burn you. We're going to use scissors, micro pipettes, which is used to put the hydrochloric acid in the test tube, a rubber stopper, which is to put over directly after, and a bottle of granulated zinc, a test tube rack, and hydrochloric acid, which would be 3 molar. Alright. Also, we use matches, and we need our bubble solution, which I've already made out, which is made up of soap, glycerin, and any kind of bubble solution that you get at a store. Now we're going to start making the micro Hindenburgs. First, you take a rubber stopper with a hole in the middle of it. Then you take your micro pipette, you cut the end off of it, then you put it in the hole so it goes pretty much all the way through that, so then gas can come up through here while the bubble solution is in the end. Well, you take the pipette, or the test tube, you put the formulated zinc in there, and you put the rubber stopper into it. After. Well, first, then you take the hydrochloric acid, and you put it in the top here. And after you do that, you put this in right away, and fill it up with the micro bubble solution. I have Brandon Williams here, help me with the fire. I'll add this, put this on the top, fill it up, and wait for the bubbles to come out. Wait a little second.
Okay.
Alright, now let it.
There, it's good.
Finish with the lap. Make sure everything is cleaned up. All your utensils and working objects are put away and cleaned. Take all your stuff off. With the remaining substance in the test tube, make sure you give that to your science instructor so she can dispose of it properly. Your pre-lab questions, your post-lab questions, and your observations. And remember to have fun with all of this stuff and be safe.